working from there, from inside yourself, on harmonising that feeling and bring it back into balance again.
I guess that's why meditation's so important.
It's vital, isn't it?
When you're experiencing, anxiety or fear, or feeling separation, don't go into blame. Don't do things like that. Just bring it back to yourself. Close your eyes. Start with something very simple. The most simple thing is your breathing.
Yep, nice breathing meditation. Just lengthening it a little bit, expanding it. Just go into your breathing, and the breathing it will instantly takes your brain into a different state. I think it's more of an alpha state, and it expands your whole energy field out, like your aura out from you, so it's not pushing in on you. Yeah,
it starts to do that, and just breathing will instantly just harmonize you, so to speak. So
calmness in the feelings when we start breathing.
Yeah, it's interesting how the simple things are for free, So, and they're so powerful, and they do have to be practiced every day because
Well, it builds in the system then.
Yeah. I mean, we go through life, we drive around, we go to work, we go see friends, we go see family, and unknowingly to us, we can go around and we can go and pick up other people's stuff, and we don't even know it, and it's usually not even our stuff. And that, we can go around and come back home and, for some reason, we feel at ease, or we're at work and we feel at ease. It's just, sometimes just be aware that it might not be our stuff, or it could be our stuff, but, doing simple things like breath work, maybe a 2, 3, 5 minute, meditation where you're closing your eyes and you're visualizing white light just infiltrate your head and fill your entire body. That can...
So simple, that one, and it's really powerful.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's like a big cleansing, bucket of water being poured all through you.
Yeah. Before I do my writing, I'll close my eyes and I begin breathing, and then I'll keep breathing to the point where I reach something called a mild trance state, and then from there you can do like a visualization meditation, and if you do that, you can do the white light visualization meditation and see that white light fill your entire body, and then see a cord of light go from the soles of your feet to the center of the earth. And doing something simple like that can raise your consciousness, raise your vibration, make you feel very connected, and dissipate the anxiety and fear altogether.
When you say see, some people will say, I can't see, I'm not visual. But it's really not just about seeing, it's about sensing. So whatever that sense is, you may just feel it. It could be any sense at all. So it's really just about sensing.
And
just
feeling.
Feeling is very important. And just imagine it. Now, George, we were going to talk a little bit about colours, and we've only got, not a lot of time left. So would you like to talk about colours in some of your channeling?
Yeah, well, in terms of the Christ Consciousness plan, the way that the energy has been stepped through into Earth is through different rays. So if you can imagine the Christ Consciousness being like a golden ray, a whitey golden ray, and what's happened is it's been stepped in terms of vibration and in terms of the speed of the actual energy. So, that you can have like a red ray come through, and that sort of energy can come through, and it will dissipate anything. It will start to dissipate anything, bring up issues, in terms of that red ray. So, the red ray is the base chakra, so it's got to do with survival of the fittest. It's got to do with clans. clanic issues, clanic wars, things like that. So, you can have a ray like that come through. And then they can bring in a different ray, a couple of years later, which could be an orange ray, and the orange ray has got to do with issues in terms of sexuality, creativity. I think inner power, self-esteem. So that red ray will come through, and it comes through from heaven, down, through all the simultaneous realms into this material realm. You'll have a red ray come through, and it'll bring up all the issues that has to do with that chakra. So that's been happening for, ever since the late 60s, and we've come to the point, in our history now, and through the quickening and all the things that have happened through the quickening, to this year, right now, where I believe we're going to experience the final ray, which was what I was talking about in the last discussion in November, which is the white golden ray. And that's why I'm kind of urging for people to do as much inner work as they can on themselves, so they can experience the energy which is going to be coming into Earth during the convergence, in terms of the white golden ray, which is actually the Christ consciousness, which is the point at which the age of Pisces turns over into the age of Aquarius. So it's actually a very, very, very important time. So the more work that we've done on ourselves, the more that we can actually receive this ray and really feel it, and really feel its essence, and go into that new age with that spirit within us, and with that mark on our hearts, really. So the clearer we are and the more purified we are, the more of that energy we can carry, because otherwise it's going to be too strong. Yeah. So I guess as well, we've got to all bring it back down to simplicity as well. So in the practical day-to-day. In the practical day-to-day stuff, these kind of things can be experienced day-to-day. So as you say always, Christine, these meditation and breath work, and just those beautiful, simple things should be practiced every day, so that we can keep ourselves in harmony every day and not build up too much stuff. And with harmony, that's when we're in harmony, that's when we absolutely connect to that Christ consciousness, or to that universal intelligence, whatever you want to call it. Same thing, different labels. And when we're in harmony, it pours through us. It does, yeah. And it takes us into the most incredible stillness and peace. I mean, it's really, really beautiful. I love those times when I've been feeling like that, because I'm not needy. I'm not needy. I'm not lonely. I'm not anything. I'm just peaceful. I'm still, and I'm in my power. And it's not just and anybody can have an access to that. And yes, well, it's already inside us, really, isn't it? Yeah, it's inside everybody, and it's all about just letting go and giving this sort of work a shot, really, and practicing it every day, and seeing where you can go with it, and seeing the beauty that can actually come out of it, and the beautiful life that you can actually create from it. Yeah, and just having an open mind that perhaps there's something that exists that we didn't know before, or if it's all new to you and it seems a bit daunting, just knowing that even having that possibility that there is something out there is something in there, really, that is different to what we know. And over all the years of working with this energy and studying and developing myself and expanding, I feel like I just touched the surface. I've learnt so much, and I feel like there is so much more to know. Yeah, that's really true. Like the more we know, the more we don't know. Exactly. Yeah. It's incredible. Yeah. It's very humbling. Maybe that's what enlightenment is, really. It's like getting to the point where we realise we know nothing at all. Yeah. So yeah, it's a thought that's crossed my mind many times, actually, because
Yeah. Well, if we're already like a full cup, you can't put any more in. So we have to empty everything out so that, we're just open to whatever's happening.
Yeah.
We're open to spirit.
I think it's through that emptiness where we really experience ourselves, through completely emptying ourselves and being nothingness, really.
It is. Look, we have to finish up now, George, because the studio's been a bit funny today. I just have to make sure that the news comes on for Jeanette. So thank you very much for coming in, and I'll have you back shortly again.
Thanks for
saying. And we'll pick another topic in your book and have a chat about something very interesting.
Yeah, thanks for saying. Thanks for the invite.
You're welcome.
It's great as usual.
You're welcome. And next week we'll be back with Dr. Ranjani Ratnam. She'll be joining us in the studio. And bye for now. You have a lovely week.